All right, everybody, today's the day. We're finally testing this twin turbo setup. We got the mudblood out there, all dialed in, ready to go. I put it on the dyno a little bit last night. Found a few issues, took care of those. Made a few changes to the tune today, drove it around the block. Everything's looking really good. We're gonna start with a wastegate only pass. See if we can get it to leave on a less than ideal surface. And then, you know, as the road gets better, we'll turn it up from there and see what it can do. But so far, the new fuel's working really good. The twin turbos are spooling lightning quick compared to what I'm used to. So yeah, super excited. I'm gonna make a pass here and we'll see what it does. All right, we just got done with our first test pass. Did a no added boost. Pulling 14 degrees of timing for about a second and a half. I mean, pulling pretty much everything out of it I can. And small little burnout, did water, took the lane that has no prep in it, just testing for the worst possible conditions surface-wise. And perfect, A to B, no issues. Tune looks great, made a couple changes. I think this time I'm gonna add a couple pounds on the dome, and I'm gonna raise my two-step RPM a couple hundred and see if we can get a little more aggressive with it. Honestly, my goal today is run 5s on the street. And if we can't do that, then there's no point in competing in that cash days in Vegas next week. So I really don't have any reasons or doubts as to why I wouldn't do it, but I'm gonna keep staying in this right lane with no prep and kind of ease the power in as we go. Super excited. The car is working really well, sounds good, feels good, so couldn't ask for anything better. So yeah, in just a second here, we're gonna roll up and make our second test hit with a little bit more boost. Okay, so shortly after I shot that last little segment there, I was about to make my second test hit and the cop showed up. Spoiled our plans there. I still think we got enough data. Unfortunately, I didn't meet my goal of running a 5-second pass on that street. So we're gonna go down to Vegas probably a little earlier than I had planned initially and go find a spot that we can test at. Overall, like I said, the testing was super successful. We did find an issue towards the end of my pass. I went down the road and kind of came back, and I was hearing a little bit of a noise and discovered that my wheels here, let's see, right in here you can see these rub marks. They were rubbing on my caliper brackets. So you can see I kind of, get some more light. You see I shaved the caliper bracket down and I clearanced it somewhat, but obviously it wasn't enough. So that's why we test. That's why we go out and do these things and make sure everything's good. Not a big deal. Obviously I already got brackets off, so I'm gonna go shave those down some more tomorrow, get it all thrown back together, maybe take it around the block and make sure we don't have any more problems there, but I think we'll be fine. The only thing I can think is it was clearing before, everything was fine, no issues, no noises. I even had on the dyno and it wasn't making any noises there, but we're theorizing that probably the expansion of the bracket with the heat was just took up that little bit of tolerance I had and caused the wheel to rub. So super unfortunate, but luckily it is just the back side of the wheel. So, you know, I've seen worse problems. No worries there. So I think the wheel is not compromised at all. I mean, other than cosmetic on the back side of that wheel, it's fine. But yeah, super excited, a little nervous to go into a race like this for that cash days with as little testing as I have. But overall, I couldn't be happier with the way things are going with this new fuel I'm running and the tuning there. I ran into a stupid issue with the map sensor I've got. So it was kind of on the dyno, I discovered that. So that was good. And then basically went into testing yesterday, completely starting over. I don't remember if I mentioned that in my previous filming, but anyway, so considering all the little issues I've had, it could be way worse. Like it's doing really well. So my next video will be me heading down to Vegas and going to a road and testing. You know, who knows, might run into a few other people testing down there as well. There's a lot of guys signed up for this race. So also we've got LS Fest itself that we've got to dial in the car for that 550 class. So I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Basically, once we dial in the 550, then we just got to work on that reaction time, because that's how we lost it last year. Just a little bit off on that reaction time, and it was like 0.005 difference margin of victory, you know, so that sucked. But still a good time. As usual, LS Fest is always fun. If you're there, you see me, come stop by. I would love to meet some people and just have a good time. But yeah, that's it for today. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.